Hello and welcome back to Webcast News, and actually rather sadly and unfortunately this video is going to be about the terrorist attacks in Brussels that happened yesterday. The attacks took place, one in the Zaventem airport in Brussels where there was one suicide bomber, and then an hour later in the Maelbeek metro station also in Brussels where there was another suicide bomber. And the attacks have killed around 34 people and injured around almost another 200 more. And rather obviously, ISIS have claimed responsibility for these terrorist attacks. This morning, the identity of the two suicide bombers involved were released, and that is Khalid and Ibrahim el-Bakrawi. I suppose the one thing you can take from suicide bombers is that then you don't have to waste your time actually searching for them because they have killed themselves. However, there was a hunt for a third man involved in this who was spotted on CCTV footage called Najim Lachraoui. He's thought to be a bomb maker who was also linked with the Paris attacks back in November. However, earlier this morning he was found in Anderlecht in a pizzeria and arrested. A lot of information on this story that the Belgian police have managed to gather has actually come from a taxi driver, because that is how the three terrorists managed to get to the airport. The driver is being interviewed by police currently, and he said that the terrorists had actually complained at him that his taxi was too small and they were trying to get all their luggage into the back. They obviously wouldn't allow the driver to actually pack any of the luggage, they did it themselves, but they actually had to leave a case behind because it wouldn't fit in the taxi. So that actually may have saved a few lives in a way. Also, another point that has come out this morning is that the two brothers had actually been on the run from the police for the past 10 days, and mainly after a botched raid by Belgian police on a terrorist safe house in the forest area of Brussels that happened on March 15th, where the two brothers actually escaped. And then Donald Trump decided to get involved as well this morning, doing an interview on ITV's Good Morning Britain with Piers Morgan. Try finding two more hated people in the world than Donald Trump and Piers Morgan. In basic terms of what Donald Trump said, he accused British Muslims of not doing enough to prevent attacks. It sounds odd, but his direct quote was this: "When they see trouble, they have to report it. They are not reporting it, they are absolutely not reporting it, and that is a big problem." Now, there has been a response from Neil Basu, who is the Deputy Assistant Commissioner for the UK Counter-Terrorism Policing Network. But that is in the link in the description down below for the article that I used to find out most of the information for this story, so if you want to go and read that, you can. But I'd like to make my own statement to Donald Trump on this. Firstly, are you sure they're not reporting it? Because you didn't say it quite enough beforehand. Are they really not reporting it? You know, saying it 3 times doesn't make any difference. 2, not all Muslims are going to know what ISIS terrorists are doing. Just because they are Muslim doesn't mean they have some link with ISIS. 3, why point out British Muslims? Right? The attacks that have been recent have happened in Paris and Brussels, France and Belgium. So why is this British Muslims' fault? Does Trump actually know where Paris and Brussels are? I presume he's been there. He's got enough money to just travel the world if he wanted. They're quite big known places. I presume he's been there. So how does he think that British Muslims can give information on ISIS terrorists who are attacking other European countries? It doesn't make sense. And I do realise that that is just a huge rant, but there's a point where everyone is going to become completely fed up with Donald Trump. Initially, he was funny, but now it's like, oh God, this man could actually be President of the United States. He's basically Hitler. There, I said it. He is basically Hitler to Muslims. And if you are a Trump supporter, I'm sorry, this is just my personal opinion. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. This is just my opinion, and I think this, in a way, I don't want to sound like an absolute dick and be terribly big-headed or anything, but this is my channel. It's my opinion on my channel. If you have another opinion, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll have a look at it. If you want to defend Trump or you want to join me and have a go at him, I don't mind, but this is my opinion on my channel. And with that rant over, I've got to go back to the actual story to finish off this video, because overall it is just another horrible situation caused by one of the worst organisations in the history of the world. And the world's response to this has to be strong. We have to stand by Brussels. Lots of artists have made drawings and paintings immediately after the attacks, putting them out, showing the support for Brussels. Paris put the Eiffel Tower into the Belgian flag's colours to show their support, after everyone else showed so much support to them after the terrorist attacks there back in November. And I'm just going to put a few of the pictures up on the screen whilst I'm talking about this bit, just to show you how much support will actually go to Brussels. And it's not just Belgium supporting itself, it's the world supporting them. So they're not alone. And on that note, that is it for this video. And overall, I just want to know your opinion on this whole story. It's pretty obvious what opinion you'd have on ISIS, I'd hope, and what opinions you may have on Donald Trump. But that's not really to do with this story. That was just something that he said to do with the attacks, and I kind of just went on a bit of a rant there. But the whole attacks, the whole ISIS thing, let me know your ideas on this and what you overall think. So your opinions in the comment section down below. I will read them, so don't think you're just putting them there and they won't get read, because I don't get many comments on videos, so I'm going to read them. And I'll be very much appreciative of anyone who does put a comment down there, because I want to see what other people think. And as always, make sure you go and hit the like and subscribe button on the video and the channel if you do like the video and what I'm doing with the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.